So a running theme of this month is things that I have learned about adulthood, about myself, things I do well, things that I am glad that I'm doing, but something I am still working on is boundary setting. Luckily, I don't have any toxic relationships in my life. I don't have to like cut toxic people out. That's often what we think about when we think about boundaries, is like, this person is bad for me, how do I protect myself? But that's not what I'm talking about here. It's the more fundamental question of like, how do I design my life? When and for how long do I visit my family, my siblings, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles? When and how long do I see my friends each week? So I'm thinking about it, and I'm getting better at making these decisions and justifying me time. It feels like by default I ought to allocate all parts of my day and my energy in service to other people, and I love that about myself. I think I'm a very giving person. I like being of service to people. I like nurturing relationships, but I can't do it 100% of the time. And even though it's a somewhat overused metaphor, I have to put my own oxygen mask on before assisting others. I have to refill my emotional well before there's anything in there to give to other people. For example, traveling really worries my family. Whenever I go out of state, much less out of the country, I know that they're thinking and worrying about me every single day until I get back safe and sound. But if I didn't do it, my life would be so small. It's the thing that I love the most. And if I were a bitter, small-lived, small perspective person who felt held back by the love of my family, that would suck. I wouldn't be very nice to be around, and I might have more time to give to them, even though the quality of that time would be less good. I would rather enforce boundaries explicitly with a friend to say we need to take a break or I need to take a step back than get resentful and bitter and passive aggressive over time. No one wants that. No one wants to do that. So I would rather kind of rip off the Band-Aid in this small way and be upfront and say, hey, you're important to me, and in order for me to be a good friend to you, these are the things that I need. It's hard. I feel self-indulgent even articulating it right now, but it has served me so well over the last year and a half, 2 years as I've started to do this. My uncle told me recently that he saw a profound change in me when I joined my middle school drama club. I suddenly had something structured to learn and to be good at, and friends built into that universe, musicals to learn and memorize, and jokes to make. I had life to me. I felt like I could give of myself to others because I had so much love and passion within me. And that is what is at stake when I'm designing my life. My family will always miss me. I will always wish that I could do more and be more around and be more involved. But at the end of the day, what I'm deciding is that I would rather be a person worth talking to when we do talk and worthy of leaning on when they need to lean on me than someone who is around all the time but morose or burdened or, resentful about it. So over the coming weeks, I'm gonna get into lifestyle design, and more than that, optimization. Like, okay, we've met the basic requirements. I'm fed and clothed, and I have a little bit of savings, and I kind of know the basics of like how to make a doctor's appointment, and where to shop for groceries, and how to amuse myself on the weekend. But how do I calibrate it? How do I focus the camera? How do I really optimize my life for the greatest success and service and happiness? So more to come on optimization and #adulting, as we say on Tumblr. If you have questions along these lines, if you have things that you have struggled with, always wondered, or succeeded at and figured out how to do better in your own life, I would love to hear about them and incorporate them into future videos. See you tomorrow.